Hello and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this PSVR2 video, I'm of course playing No Man's Sky to continue my space adventures in glorious virtual reality, and I'm always blessed every time I get the opportunity to experience virtual reality, because it truly is an amazing experience, as you are well aware by now. So sit back, relax, but as always, and more importantly, enjoy the video. As I play No Man's Sky, I would also like to discuss the recently revealed, confirmed Mortal Kombat Uno. Yes, it's official. Mortal Kombat 1 is happening. It is coming out on September 19th, 2023, and I am obviously excited. I've been a fan of Mortal Kombat since I was a kid when I played it on the Sega Master System, and I'm even a bigger fan now as an adult. Yeah, it's official. You suck. No, it's official. Mortal Kombat 1. So, I'm going to try to merge this No Man's Sky VR video with a Mortal Kombat 1 discussion. A bit like how Shah Khan likes to merge Earthrealm with Outworld. So let's not waste any time. So we're on a new planet. So we go to discoveries. I think it's Maga 14/G7. It's discovered 2 days ago by moi. So these are I always like to kind of have a look and see my recent discoveries. Okay, I actually discovered that. That was discovered by Charlie Foxtrot. Sorry, Charlie. And this was discovered by Nutforce Trauma. I actually haven't landed on any of the planets on these systems, but I did discover Rus, and I do have 2 planets on there: Johnny's Land and Green. It was meant to be Green Hill. Laugh at me. And the system of Izigugu. I've only 1 planet there, Cork, and my most recent system, Fructure. So I have the planet I'm on right now. Planet I'm on right now is currently called Maga 14/G7, but I am going to rename and upload that planet. So to keep things in line, to merge. Hello. No. I didn't even mean to point the finger there. No. You don't walk near my ship. You get out of here now, you hear? Sorry. So, to merge this No Man's Sky VR video with Mortal Kombat 1, I am going to rename this planet... Outworld. The home of Shah Khan. Outworld. It's official. It's now Outworld. And of course we have some discoveries on Outworld. Quite a few actually. We're going to start things with fauna, which are basically like creatures. So, we will start with you. They're well adapted to the home planet. That's nice. I'm not going to read the rest. It takes too much time. So yeah, we're going to kick off this No Man's Sky VR / Mortal Kombat 1 kind of like hype / discussion video by renaming my discoveries with Mortal Kombat titles. So we're going to call, just random, we're just going to call you, let me see, I don't know. I'm going to call him Ed Boon. I hope you don't mind, Ed, if you're watching this, but you will now be called Ed Boon. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Did I spell your name right? I hope I did. Ed Boon, of course, What? Profanity? Cannot accept this name. It has been rejected by the profanity filter. I'm sorry, Ed Boon, but apparently your name is profanity. Maybe it's because of all that trolling you do on Twitter. That's what you get, no, Ed. That is what you get. That's actually funny. I wasn't expecting that. But nonetheless, Ed Boon, co-creator of the Mortal Kombat series, co-created along with the great John Tobias as well. Can't leave out John Tobias. Both Tobias and Boon gave us Noob Saibot. Okay, why can't I call him Ed? What's Boon? Like, it's literally like Ed Boon. Like, what the hell? Boon. Ed Boon. Come on now. Ed Boon. Make it happen. Okay, I'm gonna have to... we just call him Boon. Maybe, see, Boon could be literally the profanity, maybe. Maybe that's what's going on. So, I'll just see and try Boon. Oh, okay, it's definitely the Boon part. I don't know what the hell profanity they're thinking of. But we're just gonna call him... We're gonna call him... I got an idea. I've got an idea. I have got an idea. We're gonna call him... Ed Noob. No, that's just weird. I'm just gonna call him Noob. No, I'm just gonna call you Ed. Ed B. How about Ed B? Ed B. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds better, actually. Ed B. Oh. How do I messed up. How do I... Ed B. Come on now. Yes! Ed B is good enough. You are now officially Ed Boon. Sorry, Ed Boon. But this is you now. Next we have this guy. I'm going to call him Shah Khan. Because they're obviously not going to look like... The obvious one is Devora. But I actually can't spell her name. And that's why I'm avoiding... That's why I'm avoiding that. I can't spell her name. But I can spell Shah Khan, I think. S-H-A-O. Shah. Hello, buddy down there. Khan. Shit. KK. Oh my god. Oh my Jesus Christ. One more K name blocked. So how do you spell Khan? Khan. Shah Khan. Yeah. That is now. So Ed B. Shah Khan. Shang Tsung. Because they don't necessarily... Shang Tsung doesn't necessarily... This guy doesn't necessarily have to look like Shang Tsung, you know. That's not my intention. My intention is to pay tribute to the Mortal Kombat series and to merge this No Man's Sky VR video with Mortal Kombat 1. Shang Tsung. No, not TT. Not TT. Oh, not two U's either. Get this right now. Yeah. So we got Shang Tsung. I did spell his name right, didn't I? Okay. We got this guy. Oh, I'm gonna have to call... Ooh, I must up... I'm gonna have to call you Mortaro. So it's more... Shit! Mortaro. Oh. Taro. Where's the mystery? Okay, we haven't found the mystery yet. Okay, we've got one flora. I'm going to call it Edinia. Oh no. Yeah, why not? Edinia, of course, the home planet of Princess Katana. Let me see if I can spell Edinia. Edenia. Not two eyes. I don't think so anyway. Wait a second now. Oh, bollocks. See, I can't spell. Don't judge me. Edenia. I'm probably getting this wrong, aren't I? Oh my god. I can't spell. Okay. Don't know anymore. Some minerals. I'll be here all day listening to these, not to tell you the truth now, like. But you're having fun, aren't you? You're having fun. So let's take a break for a minute, and I will get into some gameplay. But Mortal Kombat 1, as I mentioned, is official. It is coming out on September 19th. The story of the game that we know so far is as predicted. I've made some crazy theories, okay? I made some crazy Mortal Kombat 1 theories based off the teasers, okay, involving multiverses, okay? Yeah, that didn't happen, at least not that we know of right now. Anyway, I even made a prediction just today actually about the release date being September 1st because of the 9 connected to the 1, but it turns out that actually there was something to that because 1 and 9 make 19th and it's coming out the 19th September. It's nighttime here in Outworld. So yeah, my theories were wrong anyway. But look, the obvious thing happened. I mean, I did say it. I did say when I was making these predictions that like it's obvious that no matter what happens, like that they're gonna, like, Fire God Liu Kang has created, is my ship lifting? Created a new universe. It's a reborn universe. So that's the story. Fire God Liu Kang has successfully restarted time. He has created a new universe, and what's interesting is it says in the trailer that got released today, actually, by the way, as well, for Mortal Kombat 1, is that the choice is yours. So Fire God Liu Kang has crafted on a blank canvas, which he actually used the word blank canvas, and I don't know if any of you right there, you watching this video right now, you, I don't know if you can remember, but when I was actually talking about the next Mortal Kombat game, even before it was teased, literally at the end of Mortal Kombat literally at the end of the Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath story, and seeing Fire God Liu Kang restarting the timeline, I said that not only is the Mortal Kombat universe, but NetherRealm Studios, they are working with a blank canvas. I literally said that. I literally used those words, a blank canvas, because that's what is happening now. It's a new timeline, starting from scratch, and that also applies to the NetherRealm Studio developers as well. They're working on a blank canvas. But yeah, Fire God Liu Kang says, blank canvas, he has created a world of peace, essentially. But it's up to you if you want conflict. It's up to you if you want to team up or fight. It's up to you. So that's going to be a big thing in this game, choice. So we see, it's in ancient times, okay? It's in ancient times. It is a new universe, but it's ancient. It's an ancient universe, so we get to see like the Great Kong Lo, which we all knew was going to happen. The Great Kong Lo. We get to see and play as. We get to see what looks like to be a human Raiden, which is really cool. And you see older versions of Sub-Zero, as in, like, what I mean by older versions is, I mean, you get to see like Sub-Zero and Scorpion in the past. And in the trailer as well, you have a choice to either fight, to be a bit of rivals, or to work as brothers. So choice is a big thing. There's also new game modes. I didn't go into detail what those game modes are as of yet, and new fatalities as well. I'm going to rename them at the end of the video. But I think right now what I would like to do is have a wander around our newly named Outworld. Hello, buddy. Wait, if I scanned you... Oh, look, it's Shang Tsung. It's Shang Tsung. Oh, this is Mortaro. Hello, Mortaro. You look a bit smaller. What happened, Mortaro? Haven't been working out for a while, have you? Shao Kahn! You've definitely seen better days. You're meant to be the emperor of this realm. There's 2 of you. There's multiple Shao Kahns. So I'm going to do some resource finding. Berry technology. I don't really care about berry technology, but you know what though? I do know. Things change. So my actual story objective right now is to find a suitable triangulation position and make your way to the triangulation site. So that is my objective. So Mortal Kombat 1 is going to be releasing on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PC, and, believe it or not, Nintendo Switch. Currently there is no PS4 or Xbox One version of the game, which is pretty bizarre because those two consoles are actually more powerful than the Nintendo Switch. So that's kind of a strange one. It might have something to do with maybe the current, like, I don't know, maybe... I mean, obviously a lot of people have a PS4 and still play it, and an Xbox One, but maybe NetherRealm Studios like to consider those consoles as, like, past consoles, whereas the Switch is currently a modern console. So maybe that's why there's no PS4 or Xbox One version of Mortal Kombat 1. Who knows? It's buried here. Let's find the ancient technology. Here it is. I have now found you. Ancient technology. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I can't stop now. Please help me. What did I even get? I literally have no idea what I just got. Like, hello? Ancient technology, and it didn't even say what I got. Okay, that's great. Well, I wasn't paying attention, I don't think. Now, I have heard people online saying that the reason why there is a Nintendo Switch version of Mortal Kombat 1 is because there could be a cloud version. It's possible. It is possible. Actually, I remember when I first heard it, I was like, no way, there definitely won't be a cloud version of a fighting game. But the reality is, you can actually get Mortal Kombat. You can actually stream like Mortal Kombat. I think both 11 and 12 on PlayStation Plus through cloud streaming. So I was saying originally, like that because it's a fighting game which requires a very consistent frame rate. That why would they make a cloud version of that? But the reality is it has happened with those two games on PlayStation Plus, Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat 11. So yeah. Dioxide deposit. I don't want to stray too far away from my base now, to be honest with you. Oh my god, my health is actually really low, isn't it? I should fix that problem right now before I get a fatality. See how I'm merging Mortal Kombat into this PSVR 2 video. So we don't know a whole lot about Mortal Kombat 11 Mortal Kombat 1 as of right now. We've just gotten the official reveal CGI trailer, and we know, as I mentioned, we know a little bit about the story. So it's confirmed again, like after the event. So basically, it picks up after the events of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, where God Liu Kang has successfully crafted a new universe, and in that new universe, he has pretty much left it up to you. I mean, he's talking to you, like it's your choice. Like he's talking to the player. So I'm guessing that, like, in this, like, so the cinematic story mode is returning, of course, introduced in Mortal Kombat 9, is returning, and I would believe, based off what Fire God Liu Kang said in the trailer, it's going to be up to you what kind of universe that you want to live in. Like, how do you want to live in this universe? Do you want to live in peace? Do you want to live in conflict? Do you want to be rivals? Do you want to be brothers? You know, it's up to you. I think it's going to play a big role in Mortal Kombat 1, personally, from what I've seen in the trailer, anyway, at least. Hello, ship. Don't land here. It's Outworld. It's ruled by. He's around here somewhere. There's multiple Shao Kahns here. You don't want to mess with these Shao Kahns, trust me. So yeah, that's what we know of the story, and because it's a new universe, you get to see like different versions of Raiden and, well, so far only Raiden. I mean, Scorpion and Sub-Zero look similar to just, well, they obviously look a bit different, like, but you know, they're not exactly like wearing hoodies or tracksuits or whatever, like, and they're not, alright Scorpion, how you buy? Ah, here I hear you kill my family and clan. What's going on here, like? So you don't kind of get those Scorpion and Sub-Zero. they obviously look different because they obviously, like, in each new Mortal Kombat game, they're obviously going to redesign the characters a little bit, you know. But nonetheless, though, what you do see is what you do get is the option to either like to kind of make Sub-Zero and Scorpion rivals, or make them bitter. Make them bitter rivals, or make them allies. It's completely up to you how you want to do things. And as well, like as I mentioned, there's new game modes. Not quite sure what they are. We don't know yet. Be interesting to see what they do. Also, I think I forgot to mention, there's also a new fighting system, and this is interesting because I've only spoke about this recently, actually, in my one of my Mortal Kombat like 1/11 prediction videos. Is that you know how Mortal Kombat started off as a 2D fighting game, as in like you moved your character from left to right in the screen, and then we had 3D where you could move in any direction. What if we got something kind of like in between, or not so much in between, but like the next step beyond that? Like what if it's like you know how we got like 2D gaming, 3D gaming, and open world gaming? What if we got some kind of open world fighting system? Keep that in mind though. What I'm trying to say is, what if you had a lot more control? Obviously, like Mortal Kombat in 3D, like you could move around a little bit, but you weren't exactly running around the stage. You weren't exactly jumping up and down on top of things, or you know, grabbing things over here. What if we got? I'm not a game developer, so I can't communicate this as well as game developers will. But what if we got some kind of open fighting system that was a lot more open than 3D? That's what I'm kind of talking about. New fatalities, of course. Like new fatalities is always going to be exciting. So it'll be interesting to see like what we get there in regards to fatalities. That's pretty much about it as far as. Oh, there's a thing called cameos as well. Cameos. Apparently, like you'll be able to like kind of have like, you know, like classic Mortal Kombat fighters that we all know and love, kind of somehow like managing to return, but only in cameo. This is why they're calling it a cameo. Of course, spelled with a K as well. So you could see characters like, I don't know, like Mortaro, which I would love to see make a return. But yeah, you'd be able to see like Mortaro come back as a cameo. But I think it would be pretty cool. So yeah, it's always nice when something becomes official. Like when a game becomes official, and we can finally like talk about it officially instead of like, you know, reports or rumors or leaks or like teasers and trying to break down a teaser. It's always nice when it officially gets revealed and there's a lot more to see, and therefore there's a lot more to discuss. What are these mysterious pillars? I don't care, I'm getting some carbon from them and that's all that matters. Oh, it looks like we could be getting into a cave. Cobalt! The Cobalt Mines! Only die-hard Mortal Kombat fans now will know what I mean by the Cobalt. The Cobalt Mines was the former prison of Shang Tsung. He was sent to the Cobalt Mines for breaking the rules of Mortal Kombat. Oh, it's dark here. Oh my god, what are you? I'm trying to scan you without dying. Holy hell! I need to kill this fucker. Okay. So yeah, Mortal Kombat Conquest had the Cobalt Mines, where basically Shao Kahn's prisoners were sent for defying him, or defying the rules of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat Conquest was a TV series of Mortal Kombat, and I loved it. Some people hated it, I loved it. I really, really loved it. It's a pity they didn't have a series too. Because yeah, I would have really loved that, like. And what's interesting is Mortal Kombat 1 is kind of like the Mortal Kombat Conquest of the video game series because it's set in the distant past. There's never been a Mortal Kombat game set in the distant past. Now, it's going to confuse people. When I say the distant past, I don't mean like the distant past as in like the original Mortal Kombat 1 or Mortal Kombat 2. I don't mean that distant past. If you're like a 12-year-old, like the 90s is a distant past to you. I don't mean that. I mean like as far as like the Mortal Kombat lore that we know, like it's set in that past, but it is still a new universe. Like it's still a new universe. It's a reborn universe, so we're going to see like different versions of characters. Like Wraith, as I mentioned, he looks a lot more. He looks a lot more human. Because one of the biggest things, cargo drop. One of the biggest things that you see in this new Raiden is the fact that his eyes are no longer white, indicating to me that he's no longer a god, and that's kind of what we saw anyway. At the end of Mortal Kombat Aftermath, is he became human. He kind of basically gave his powers to Liu Kang, and therefore Liu Kang became Fire God Liu Kang. I've talked so long, haven't I? Like almost a half an hour into this video. So, hello, who did I call you again? You're Shao Kahn. Oh look, it's a mini Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. Shao. Oh god, this guy is... what's that? This is a deadly plant. This is a deadly plant. Give me some oxygen. Yeah, so if, like Mortal Kombat 1, it's official. Kind of don't know what else to add to it. I'm excited. I mean, I don't want to become these kind of YouTubers that like become like overexcited to the point where it's just borderline fake, and they're just doing it for like views and hits and whatnot. Hey, what is going on here? There we go. To the point where it's borderline fake and just, you know, looking to get like shit. Oh well, it's not. It's only rusted metal or something. Yeah, I don't want to become that kind of person. I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. Like I've been a fan of Mortal Kombat since the beginning, which is it's a blessing to be able to say that. You know, to be able to say that you were there from the beginning of like a massive, like, you know, 30 plus year franchise like the Mortal Kombat series, you know, and it's changed and evolved so many times over the years, you know, so it really is a blessing. Hello Shang Chong, really is a blessing. So yeah, naturally I'm excited. I don't want it sound like these Marvel heads are like, whenever there's a new Spider-Man movie, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, oh my god, I'm gonna die with excitement, oh my god. It's like, chill the fuck out, you know. It's Spider-Man, it's always going to be good. You're a fan of Spider-Man, of course you're going to look forward to the next Spider-Man movie, but you don't have to go extreme about it, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel like, you know, you don't have to go overboard like with your excitement, and I'm not going to go overboard with my excitement. I just think that it's an exciting time for the Mortal Kombat franchise and its fan base, including me, because we are literally facing a blank canvas. It's not a continuation of something that's been going around for 30 years, and it's kind of a little bit crowded. It kind of running out of ideas. You know what I mean? That the canvas is getting a bit full. You know, like we are working with a blank canvas now. None of them studios are working with a blank canvas. You know, Fire God Liu Kang is literally working with a blank canvas. So as far as the story of Mortal Kombat, like the Mortal Kombat video game universe and the actual, like, you know, development of this game is concerned, it's a blank canvas for both sides. And this is what I really love about Mortal Kombat, and Ed Boon in particular, is how he's capable of achieving this. And we've kind of seen the start of this with Mortal Kombat 9, which I've spoken about quite a lot actually in anything to do with Mortal Kombat. The situation there was that at the end of Mortal Kombat Armageddon, the studio at the time, Midway Games, had done everything. They had done every kind of invasion, every kind of enemy. Like it was a long time as well. What was it, like 20 years, something like that in the series. I mean, decades. Like they've done everything. That was Mortal Kombat Armageddon. We did everything. How do you continue from Armageddon? Well, you send a message to your former self, Raiden, that things have to be different this time around. Otherwise, you're going to be still facing the same threats, and nothing's going to change unless you change. So Raiden proceeded then to change things. So we got to see things that never happened before during the events of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. So it wasn't remastering Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. It wasn't remaking Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. It was going back to the events of the first 3 tournaments and seeing things that you never saw before that therefore affected the timeline. Which is what leads to Mortal Kombat 11, which eventually goes 20 years into the future, and you get to see like much older like characters and their children, and just different kinds of storylines. And then the Mortal Kombat 11, of course, like Chronic comes along and says, okay, I'm sick of all this changing of the timeline. I'm the keeper of time. You don't get to change the time. I do. And that's when the whole hourglass situation came along. What are these? That's when the whole hourglass situation came along. And eventually, oh shit. Well, I want some ancient technology. So eventually Fire God Liu Kang was, of course, successful in restarting time, and that's what we see. I'll get rid of this. This is what you see with Mortal Kombat 1. Navigation data. I don't even know what navigation data is, but I'm taking it anyway. This is the great thing about No Man's Sky. Oh, inventory full. Okay, forget it. This is the great thing about No Man's Sky. You know, just making these like random discoveries and never quite knowing what you're going to see. So yeah, I love the fact that Mortal Kombat has always evolved, always managed to kind of keep itself fresh, but no Mortal Kombat game has felt as fresh as Mortal Kombat 1 feels, because they're literally working with a blank canvas. They can tell a brand new story. It's not continuing. You can't say like, oh, but didn't Shang Tsung die? You know, no, because like we've never seen the Shang Tsung before. This is a different Shang Tsung. This is a different Scorpion. This is a different Sub-Zero. Yes, you can choose that to be better rivals or whatever you want to do, but it's a completely new, rewritten universe on a blank canvas, and that to me is very, very exciting. So very exciting times for the Mortal Kombat series shit and its fan base, and I couldn't be more excited, to be honest with you. And again, like, I'm not going to do this like fake excitement, like, oh my god, 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 it's weird to give her. It's like, chill. That's just not me. Like, I do get excited, but Jesus Christ, like, I'm not going to fucking be so like cringy about it, like, and just so like over the top about it, like, you know. Holy hell, like, that ain't me. But yeah, as far as like what we know about Mortal Kombat 1, that's pretty much what we know about it. I'm just excited to see, and the fact that I called it Mortal Kombat 1 as well, like, it's very like symbolic, you know, to what they're trying to achieve. Because for all intents and purposes, it is a new Mortal Kombat 1. It's starting fresh. Like, it's not going back. I think some people will try to use it, will use the word going back, including myself at times. But it's not going back. It's going forward. It's restarting. Literally, that's what the last teaser was. It was time restarting. So it's, and again, that just allows for as a large amount of creativity, and I just think that's something that, no offense there, but that's something that Capcom struggles with, and that's something that Namco Bandai struggle with, because their fighting franchise has been in the same universe for close to 30 years now. Actually no, but Street Fighter is definitely over 30 years. I think Tekken is approaching 30 years, something like that anyway. They've been in the same universe, telling the same stories with the same characters over and over again. I mean, how many times is Hayachi going to come back? Okay, he's been confirmed as officially dead now at this time, I think, but I mean, what more can you do? So when you compare Mortal Kombat 1 to Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8, right? I mean, which of the three has a fresher like outlook? It's obviously Mortal Kombat 1 because they're telling a story that they've never told before. They're going to introduce characters, or we reintroduce characters that are going to be completely different, like a human Raiden. It's exciting times and fresh times as well. That's why it's exciting, because it's so fresh. Let's look for like some kind of deposit or something. I'm going to go up here actually. Hello, Mortaro. You actually sound like Mortaro. That's the funny thing about it. Genuinely sounds like Mortaro. So I think the best way to describe Mortal Kombat 1 is it's a reboot. But it's interesting though, because there is that one character that does connect to the timeline that we all know and love and that we grew up with, and that's Fire God Liu Kang. So essentially, like, we are Fire God Liu Kang, because we know that, you know, Shao Kahn, you know, wanted to invade Realm during the events of Mortal Kombat 2 and 3. We knew that Shinnok returned in Mortal Kombat 4. We know all these things. We know all these things. The characters, the fighters in this reborn universe are not going to know that. But Fire God Liu Kang is from that. Like, he's going to be the only person that has memories of this new universe. Do you get me? So it's going to be an interesting scenario to view this new universe through the eyes of Fire God Liu Kang, because we're Fire God Liu Kang. We've seen what he's seen. So there's going to be that really nice kind of like, what's the word for it? Just kind of like relationship between the player and Fire God Liu Kang, because he's from the original timeline. He's from the original universe. So that's the kind of one thing that kind of keeps it alive. Because obviously, like, the Mortal Kombat has been a great franchise. It is a great franchise. It has had a great story. So like, we don't want to kind of like forget about that. We don't want to ignore all that. But that's why we have Fire God Liu Kang there. You know? I think I'm just about... The thing about landing on a planet is you don't really have to go all the way over there to find something specific. Like, the kind of minerals and life forms you find on these planets are pretty much going to be the same in the one area. Then you don't need to go like too far to find any like new... Well, there is going to be caves and stuff, which I actually haven't really done. I haven't really got to. Have I left anything out? I'm just shocked that it's coming to the Switch, to be honest with you. I mean, when Mortal Kombat 11 came to the Switch, that shocked me. That did shock me. I never expected Mortal Kombat 11 to come to the Switch, to be honest with you. But from a kind of technical kind of perspective, and from where consoles were at that time, it didn't make sense, because the PS4 and Xbox One got plenty of like, the Switch got plenty of PS4 and Xbox One ports. But now we're talking about like Mortal Kombat 1, which is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X, which are far more powerful consoles than the Switch. And the fact that it's not coming to PS4 and PS5 is crazy, because PS4 and PS5 are actually also more powerful than the Switch. I just hope that we don't get a cloud version, because there is this thing about an open beta. If you pre-order the game, you get a beta, which I think is the first time Mortal Kombat has actually done this, actually, if I'm not mistaken. You get a beta, but it's only available for well, what's interesting about it is it says Xbox and PS5. There's no mention of a PC beta, so it could just be down to those two specific consoles. But it is very, very interesting nonetheless to see it come to Switch, see it confirmed to Switch, yeah. But then again though, I think this is a Warner Brothers decision. Like, Warner Brothers would have been like, okay, you're making this game for Switch. Ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to then. Well, no, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But if you look at what they're doing right now with Hogwarts Legacy, like, Hogwarts Legacy got delayed until the end of the year for Switch. I mean, I'm laughing. I couldn't care less about Hogwarts, to be honest with you. I'm laughing because, like, I shouldn't be laughing really. I mean, I'm laughing because, like, it's fucking, you know, imagine like waiting that long for your game to come to Switch. And let's face it, like, it's on the Switch, so it's hardly going to be like, you know, on par with PS5 and Xbox Series X. Same with Mortal Kombat 1. But then again, though, they did a good job in Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch. But the thing is, the point I want to make though is the fact that they're taking their time with this. Like, you know, you've got to look at that as a good thing, though. Ultimately, like at the end, like it is a good thing. Like, they're taking their time with it. They're doing what they need to do, which is really what you want to see. Like, I think I'm going to try to kind of, I'm going to dig below me and see if I can find cave. Nothing here anyway. Sometimes you will find a cave. Nah. Yeah. Get away, drones. You know what? I think I've gotten a lot of stuff here, haven't I? Let's have a look at my. I'll get some sodium first, and then I'll have a look at my inventory. Where are we? We're inventory. Okay. Right, so look at the basic stuff like carbonite 3000, copper over 1000. Oxygen over 1000. Where is... There we go. Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Wait a second, where's sodium again? Where is sodium? Oh, sodium I've... You know what, I could do with a bit more sodium, I feel. Yeah, I'd still have enough, like. But these are the kind of base... These are what you really need. These are like the essentials. The copper, the sodium, the oxygen, carbon. Also, where is it? Ferrite dust, also important. Also important. But let's get some sodium. I think I might do with a bit of sodium, and then we'll wrap up the video. Hope you enjoyed my my merging of No Man's Sky VR with a Mortal Kombat 1 discussion. I love the fact they're calling it Mortal Kombat 1. Actually, to be honest with you, I really do like that. People are going to connect Mortal Kombat 9 to Mortal Kombat 1, and they're going to say it's the same thing in terms of what they've done, and it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Mortal Kombat 9 goes back to the events of Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. Mortal Kombat 1, as in like the latest Mortal Kombat 1, does that make sense? Mortal Kombat 1 is not going back to anything. It's starting over. Starting over is not going back. If you broke up with your partner, okay, and you find someone new, you're moving on, you're starting over, you're not going back. So Mortal Kombat 1 is not going back, it's starting over, whereas Mortal Kombat 9 did go back. It went back to the events of Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3, the first 3 tournaments in the series, and this Raiden, he changed things. In the end, Liu Kang died, for fuck's sake, you know. How big of a change can you get? He does die, of course, in Mortal Kombat Deadline, so it isn't the first time he's died. But the events, the circumstances of his death are much, much different. And obviously massive changes as well, like other changes as well happened in that game. There was many other changes as well. So yeah, so Mortal Kombat 9 didn't reboot anything. People call it a reboot. It's not a reboot. It's all connected to the fucking story. That's why when you like, that's why in Mortal Kombat 11 you've got like, you know, Shao Kahn coming back from, you know, it's not a reboot. People will call it a Mortal Kombat 9 reboot. It's not a reboot. It's connected to the story, and they're going back to change. That's why you have Kronika, the Keeper of Time. That's the whole point of the story. The whole point of Mortal Kombat 11 is Kronika coming back, saying, "Hey, you know, Raiden, you fucked up the timeline." Whereas, oh, hello. I'm not going to go down there. I was going to go down there, but I don't have time to go down there. Whereas, yeah, Kronika comes back and fixes things. Whereas Mortal Kombat 1 is literally Fire God Liu Kang starting over, creating a reborn universe. that is what Mortal Kombat 1 is. It's not a reboot. Oh, sorry, Mortal Kombat 1 is a reboot. Mortal Kombat 9 isn't a reboot, sorry. So yeah. So we are essentially getting a reboot, and I am excited, obviously. As I've said many times on this video. I don't want to say it too much, because if I say it too much, I just feel like I'm going to become those YouTubers that just over exaggerates and probably gets themselves too excited too, like, you know, that kind of way. Like their partner has just given birth to their first child, and they're like, I don't give a shit. It's Mortal Kombat 1! So you have to kind of tone yourself down a bit too, like, you know what I mean? That's why, like, I'm talking about, like, you know, you can't kind of go extremely excited, like, you know, but I am excited. So very excited. It's the blank canvas. I think it's great though that the Hairfire God Liu Kang used the term blank canvas, because I actually use that term. You can watch my extensive amount of Mortal Kombat videos, and you will see for yourself. Anyone who knows me, like, on a personal, like, level in real life, knows as well that I use that term as well. So that's what I mentioned earlier. It definitely feels like I have a kind of connection to Fire God Liu Kang, because that's exactly what he's done. He's literally like, it's a blank canvas. It literally is a blank canvas. Not literally, like, but I mean, the amount of creativity that is possible now it's never been possible. Like, you can't, like, in Mortal Kombat 4 you couldn't just do a thing where Raiden is now a human. You just couldn't do that, like, you know. You couldn't just magically have, you know, the Great Kong Lao appear, because it didn't fit into that current timeline, that current story, you know. But no, it's possible. And again, I think what's the best part about it for me, okay, the best part about blank canvas for me is that it's not just a blank canvas from the point of view of the game, the story within the game, but also within the offices of NetherRealm Studios as well. That they can work with this blank canvas and pretty much do whatever they want to do now. And I am just, yeah, I am hyped. So that's going to do it for my No Man's Sky / Mortal Kombat 1 discussion video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you, of course, in the next video. Bye bye.